Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Talk with Coach, the podcast where we deep dive into the realm of sales, leadership, and personal growth. I'm your host, Becca Goldsberry, an elite sales and leadership coach with Southwestern Consulting. I'm thrilled to embark on another fun journey with you today. Whether you're a seasoned sales professional who wants to sharpen your skills, or a hungry leader aspiring for new knowledge, or somebody just wanting a great business advice, welcome. This is your podcast and your compass to success. Join me as we explore strategies, tactics, and mindset shifts necessary to thrive in a competitive landscape of sales and leadership. Get ready to unlock your potential, seize opportunities, and conquer challenges like never before. Welcome to Talk with Coach. It was a gorgeous winter day here in Indianapolis on Galentine's Day, February 13th, for those of you who don't know what Galentine's Day is. I had just finished a fun photo shoot with Victoria of Line Studios and I headed off to the Jennifer Magley's lavish Galentine's Day lunch. Victoria had arranged several phenomenal women, and I mean amazing boss ladies, to be sitting together at this awesome event. I arrived and everybody was all decked out, dressed to impress, and there were several social media influencers there and the whole nine yards. One of those amazing ladies that I got to meet is my guest today. We clicked, had a fantastic Greek lunch. If you live in Indianapolis, go check out Canal Bistro. You're going to love it. And a few weeks later, I knew I had to have her on my podcast. So everybody, I'm excited to introduce you to Marti Justice of Marti J Styles here in Indianapolis. She is a personal wardrobe coach and styling expert. Marti, welcome to the podcast. I appreciate you.
I'm so excited to be here, Becca. Thank you for asking me to come on your wonderful podcast.
Yeah, you are welcome. So, Marti, I want you just to share with everybody a little bit about you, about your background, how you got to be a stylist. Because to me, a girl who loves big jewels, we've talked about it, big jewels, love the makeup, love doing the hair. Share with everybody how you got to become a stylist.
So originally, I just love playing in clothes. Who doesn't like style? I love style. And so as a result of that, I just kept, grew up playing in clothes, playing in my mama's wardrobe and getting in trouble for wearing her stuff to school. But I didn't believe in myself. So for years, I did not show up until I got a little older and started playing a little more. A friend of mine helped me out and was because I had got stuck in this mind, and we'll talk about that later. But honestly, I didn't believe in myself. But as I kept growing and learning and being around people that believed in me, I wanted to express myself more. But when I was on a journey as a mom and a homeschool mom, those roles became my identity. So when before you get to certain places, I feel like you got to go through some things to find out who you really are. So in
Amen.
my right?
Yeah, amen.
So I found out I'm not just a mom and not just a housewife. I am a creative. And through that process of going, I went away for a weekend, straight up hard stuff. I needed to think through some things, got away. And I never planned to have a business ever. This was never in the cards. But I got away to find out what was going on inside of me. And in that's when I found out, oh, I lost my perspective. I lost purpose. I lost me. And so during that time, short week, I literally prayed. Next week, friend reminded me that I had styled her and our friends at church, and all that said, it literally, I don't know if you ever watched J-Lo, The World of Dance. You ever see that competition?
Bits and pieces. Yes, bits and pieces. Yep.
Well, she would say when she saw a dance routine that she loved, she would talk about the Goosies. When my friend said that to me, I got the goosies. I literally like lit up from the inside. And I was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. So ever since then, I've been chopping wood, trying to figure out how to do this thing. And I fell in love with what I do. I'm very grateful to say I'm a personal stylist that really cares about women and how they see themselves as individuals, because I don't think that we do that well in this society. So that's how I got started. That's how this all came about.
Oh my gosh, what a phenomenal story. I love that. And I know you and I talked about your story when we first met, and you were telling me that. And I have a new word in my vocabulary now because I forgot about the word goosies. So thank you for bringing goosies back into my vocabulary. My husband's going to be like, you got what?
Yeah, right, right.
A doctor for that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But no, what a phenomenal story. Because how many of us women have forgotten who we are?
Hmm. Girl.
Mm, I know. We talked about that before. And I love one of the quotes that you told me that is one of your favorites. And it's the one by Jasmine Star. The success isn't luck, getting
Yeah.
a break, or having connections. Success is showing up every day when nobody is watching and honing your craft. Even when you doubt something will come of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, and I had a leader once, um, who always said, and still to this day, I'm sure she's still saying this, but Kitty would always say, work like you have your future team watching what you're doing every day, all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. You
You
can't,
know?
you're not going to get there without working hard and thinking about, like the work is about you improving. It's, and that will be the overflow of what your clients get to experience. But it can't be, it just can't be the other way. I can't show up trying to pretend. I can't show up for my client that way at all. So that's
No,
why I fell in love with that. Even
and you got to be yourself.
huh?
That's right, right? You got to be ourselves.
Yes.
Like, show up
Yes.
as who you are. Like
Yes.
we can have certain systems and processes like we need to, but be authentic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's yeah, very,
And
very important.
I love what you do because for those of us, and let's face it, ladies, everybody who is listening, we've all been there a time or two in our lives where we feel like just yuck at times. Like we need a wardrobe refresh, we need a little jujus of some sort.
Right.
And what you do can provide that boost of confidence
Mm-hmm.
that we just need.
Yeah.
And I am sure a lot of times you feel kind of like a therapist where you're just giving women confidence and planting little seeds of
Yes.
self-worthiness to people too.
Yes. Yes. That is why I love that quote. Um,
Hmm.
because I believe that, especially the next one, there was another one that I've
Yeah.
sent to you by Nina Parker. But what I love is that if I can't do it for myself, because this whole journey has been very personal and it has exposed all the things that I have struggled with. So then you cannot take people where you have not been. So if you
Mm,
haven't worked on your own stuff, then you're not going to be able to take your clients where you ain't been. So I work really hard at hearing my clients' needs past just what they may even think I'm picking up. I'm picking up a lot more than what they're throwing down. That's for sure.
right? It's that body language, it's that tone of voice, it's all of those things that
Yeah.
we can tell.
Our closets are deeply personal. It's a very very intimate setting to go into a woman's closet, and I get to hear a lot from them. And so yeah, it's a lot of knowing when to say what I need to say, and that's depending on each client. So yeah, it's very very important for me to be dialed in
Mm.
to who I am first, so that I can pick up things, because take one to know one, right?
Amen. You got it. Well, in that quote that you were talking about, Nina Parker. So, for those of you guys who are like, okay, what does Nina say? Nina says, You are worthy now,
Right.
not when you get that job, not when you lose 20 pounds,
Come on.
not when more people know who you are, simply because you exist.
Yes.
Tina Parker, preach it. Like
Oh,
when
right.
you sent that, I was like, I have never seen that quote, and that hits home not just to women, but men too. It hits all of us humans because how many of us always compare ourselves to other people?
Oh my gosh. I did a little small campaign on killer of unique style. And those things are compare one of them is comparison. And if you're constantly comparing yourself to someone else, that means you don't know yourself. You're not willing to stop and take a look at your beauty and your umph and what you bring to the table. What's your value, girl? What's your worth? Because every last one of us have it. And I can't exist in a space and be me and but be worried about what my girlfriend is thinking about me. I know this world because it's the stuff that I've been through. Like this is nothing new. We're all going through it. I think it's just a matter of you making taking the time to say, "Oh my gosh, I'm jealous." I'm comparing myself to my friend. I'm
Mm.
not showing up as my most unique self because I'm so concerned about what old girl gonna say about me. That part, that's the part that keeps you from having your own unique style. So,
Comparison is the thief of joy.
yes,
We
100.
tell all of our clients, that's like one of our favorite lines is comparison is the thief of joy. So all of you guys who are listening, quit comparing yourselves to everybody else because you're not going to find any joy and you're not going to give yourself any grace, and it's just going to cause stress and depression and all the bad things in life. So
Yep,
everybody stop comparing yourself because you're unique and God made you just the way you are.
right. And you're supposed to be just that person. And somebody needs your uniqueness. So,
Yes.
right? I need that. I need the difference, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah.
I love it. In your bio, I love these words. You
Yeah.
describe yourself as your personal wardrobe whisperer, transforming the closets and confidence of busy working moms with consultative magic, closet makeovers, and an eye for style. I love that. Like, so I know one of the cool things that you get to do in your business is what we call the closet detox. Fill
Yeah.
us in on what a closet detox is because I am sure I need a closet detox.
Yes. Everybody, even me, needs a closet detox. And what a closet detox is, first of all, you know what the word detox means. It's purifying. You got to get out all those impurities.
Mm.
Ladies, we have a ton of stuff stuck in our closet. We cannot wear them. We can't remember the last time we wore them. Or we're keeping them there because we're trying to drop that weight that we've been promising ourselves for 10, 20 years. And it's still there. And maybe you will. But that quote talked about right now. I'm talking about, does your body deserve and does your person deserve to look good today? If you're trying to climb the ladder, corporate ladder, or if you're trying to start your own business, what you put on your body needs to be representative of who you are today and where you're heading tomorrow. That's what I believe. So when you have a whole lot of things stuffed in your closet, you're taking up very, very precious real estate. You can't see it. Am I right? I mean, you cannot.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
And then okay, then it takes so much more of your time to get dressed, ladies. You can't even go into your closet, grab that look that you love and feel confident and walk out because guess what? You gotta weed through all the things. Dad, I bought this shirt. It still has tags on it. And I absolutely don't know what to do with it. So then you get all worked up and you're frustrated and you can't get to work and then you're leaving without the confidence. You cannot show up to your job all in tune and aligned so you can do the work that you were put there to do.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes a difference. It makes a difference. So,
One of my favorite things that I always do, especially if I know if I'm out and about, the night before, I pick out my closet, go through, pick out the outfit for the day, jewelry, everything included. I lay it all out. So that morning I just get ready, put it on, get dad ready for school, and out the door I go.
There you go.
Oh no. I mean, it's part of the evening routine.
There you go. That should be, and it helps you to walk out that door, and then you know what you're wearing. I love that. Yes, I did a whole webinar on stuff like that. Yeah, for busy working moms. Yeah.
So talk to us about these webinars. You mentioned webinars. Like, how do people get in contact with you? Do you just do them live? Like, fill us in on that.
Okay, so I did a webinar about a couple of years ago. It's been a minute. So, but that's still available if you're interested. You can look me up on Instagram, Marti J Styles, MartiJstyles_, or you can look me up on Facebook. And if you DM me, I can send it to you, no problem. Because it helps you know where your hidden gems are, how to pick them out, what kind of foundational pieces you need. There's all kind of goodies in there.
Fantastic. So, what do you think is the business, I guess, your biggest business obstacle, hurdle, something that you're really growing towards right now?
I think like I said, I had alluded to this earlier. I am my biggest roadblock. It's really my thoughts and my scripts, the negative stuff that I've
Mhm.
allowed to be in my mind. Of course, if any of you have studied anything about trauma, we all know that starts in your past. So there's a lot of scripts and beliefs that I picked up as a kid, and I have believed them for years, and now I'm saying no. And so I have a coach, and I believe in learning. I believe in that anybody that wants to can be healed, and you can develop new scripts and say the right things and truthful things to yourself. That's what I've been doing to get after me being the roadblock to my business, to my success.
That's amazing. So, it's those listening or not choosing to listen to those self limiting beliefs.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. And actually, like, being very specific at which inner critic is sitting at the head trying to make these decisions or cultivate these thoughts. Me identifying who is sitting, like, oh, what am I hearing? Oh, who's trying to tell me what to do today? You know what I'm saying? So that
Oh,
is very, very helpful, because then I can replace it with a different good person. That's probably not the right word, but the good thoughts. I'll use
yeah.
thoughts. There's another word for it, but it's not coming to my mind. But yeah.
Well, I was going to say, what are some of those ideas that you are and techniques that you're using to overcome those? So it sounds like, I think, is the word affirmations. Is
Yeah.
that what you're thinking of?
There's another Angie Nuttall was my business coach, and she helped me with these things, and I have lots of people to thank for helping me go through these things. But there's your advice, it's like an advisory board. That's what I would use. And you do have different ones that sit at the round table, and there may be wisdom that you need for making a decision that has come up. Is this good for our business? Is this good for me as a person? Is this aligned with what I believe in? Those are types of things that I have to sit back, take some time, think through, so that I can recognize. So that's a definite technique that I'm learning. I can't say that I'm mastering. It's always a journey, but definitely in the process of making that a go-to when I feel overwhelmed and stressed in the business
Okay.
decisions. Hmm.
So, what is the best business advice that you've ever received?
Okay, let me go back to my notes because you're
You're good.
right. All right, hold on just a sec. So, best, okay. I love this quote, and I remember it because I did this whole book series. It was How to Build Business Boutique by Christy Wright. And Simon Sinek says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Mhm.
And what you do simply proves what you believe. And that is something that I will never forget, because when I'm feeling flustered or like I want to give up, I'm only 3 years in. This is hard. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart.
Starting a business is not, somebody's like, oh, I'm just going to do this. It's going to be easy peasy. I'm going to make millions all of a sudden.
Mm.
Anybody starting a business, you've got to put the work in it.
Very hard. And it's so, you got to keep going when it doesn't look like things are changing. And so remembering my why and staying connected to why I do what it is powerful. It has been the best thing. It's my foundation. It's where I pull and draw energy from.
Well, I was going to say Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why,
Yeah.
foundational. If you don't know your purpose, your reason, the why you do what you do, everybody run out, go read Simon Sinek, Start With Why. It's a great place to start. And then after that, go read Ron Alford's Redefining Possible, because then Ron's going to share with you how to, burst through and show all the different possibilities too. So you got to know your why to understand the whole 9 yards.
Yes, you do. You got
I love that.
yourself. So yeah, that's what I would say.
So when people ask you, like, Marti, okay, you've been doing your business for 3 years. What's the best advice that you can give me to grow your business? What do you tell people?
Man, stay faithful to the small steps. Like, you're not going to get there, as we were just talking about. You're not going to get there overnight. This is not a quick, we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants things done, and then they think that they should be on the top. No, honey, you start from the bottom, okay? And then you work your way.
Absolutely. You got to start at the janitor position, sweeping floors,
right?
Picking them off the floors and work your way up.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know a successful, and it really keeps you humble. And I don't think that there are people that hit success quick, but I'm not sure about character, and I'm more concerned about character development, because that's what I believe in. That matters to me. That's a high value on my list. So, yeah.
I know when we were eating lunch at Canal Bistro, we both talked about the important role of integrity.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Doing what you say you're going to do, or to the pretty darn best of your ability.
That's exactly. And then you're known for that, and people will trust you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is there one of the things I always do like asking people too, because I love to read books. I love to listen to books on audible.com. Is there a book that you've been reading lately, or a book that you love that you always just kind of go back to?
There's several, but right now I'm reading this book called The Garden Within, and I'm really listening to it. Same as you. Because where do I have time but driving in the car, getting ready? But
Man, that's right, exactly.
So The Garden Within is all about discovering how we were made, how we were created, and what our uniqueness is. And I think in this culture, it's all about, we talk about it, but we're still striving. We're still trying to be someone else we're not. And we're talking about authenticity, but you're not taking the time. This really made me stop and slow down. And I'm actually going to go through it with a group of women because of how much I love what it's talking about. But I believe that I can't build a business without getting in touch with my unique value and what I offer to others. Because once you know your purpose, it's something about, it's like an overflow. It's not like I'm trying so hard. I mean, I don't know about you, but that I know that striving place.
Yes.
And it's different when you're in that flow. It is a whole different ball game. And so I'm after that. I'm after that until I die, because I know it's a journey. So that book talks about multitude of things. This woman is a scientist. She talks about the Bible and how our bodies are connected, even the way our cells are made. It's phenomenal. I'm a fangirl of this woman.
So when we're done today, I'm going to hop on audible.com, and you guys, it's The Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips. I'm going to go in and get that and listen to that, because it just sounds, you sold me. I'm going to read it, because when there's a good book, I'm going to add it to my list.
Awesome. Well,
what are your thoughts? I would love, Marti, fill me in. What do you think your thoughts are? What's the future of stylists? How are you planning to adapt? Like, adapt, stay relative. So I've got a funny story. So this afternoon, I was eating lunch really quick, and I was sitting down with my husband, and we were eating Subway, and um, we were listening on YouTube. Zaire Franklin, who is a linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts, Mo Alley Cox, who is a tight end for the Indianapolis Colts, they were on the podcast to get together, and one of their topics was talking about their stylist, and it was hysterical because they're like, Indianapolis is not known to have the greatest shopping experience, right? And Zaire's like, if people want Gucci or Louis Vuitton, or they want like big things or even cool different things, Indianapolis is not known
Right.
really to be a shopping mecca.
Right.
But we do have some really great boutiques, and we've got some really cool businesses. Shout out to my gal Kirby at Lark and Lily Broad Ripple in Indianapolis. She's got a cute little boutique over there in Indy. But really, how do you, like, especially for people looking for different unique things, fill us in on what the future of a stylist is, especially maybe here in the Midwest, where we may not have access to everything, right?
So, a couple of things. First, I am going to say this, and it's knowing your client. Like, I got to know, like, Becca, you have really good style, right?
Thanks.
Midwesterns, I feel like, are very stuck in a type of style. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But what I would say is like a person from New York or Atlanta or, LA comes here and they stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, I think I'm pretty progressive, but not in that, it's depending on where I'm going and what I'm wearing. So I
Right.
knowing my client, if they are more adventurous and more on that end, then you're ordering from online. You're going to be looking at specific stores that are like, I'm not, I'm not talking quality right now because
That's all right.
know where your price point is, but Zara is a great place. That's just not far. It's right up in Chicago. If you want to have some fun, that's a great place to go. Shop on Michigan Avenue. Go enjoy yourself. But Zara is a very trendy spot. I believe with the women that I work with here, they're very traditional, classic style. So lots of blazers and Taylor Loft, those places, you can go to Saks and get your theory. There's multiple designers for that type of style, depending on your price range, where your budget can fit. But I
Right.
believe in high-low shopping. I'm not mad at a Target. So you can find you some good stuff if you know what you're looking for. But style is very personal. That's why I'm a personal stylist. Fashion stylist is very different. She
Mm.
she's doing magazine editorials. She's doing big fashion shows and things like that. That is not what I do. I am doing a fashion show, but I am not. I personally work with my client and I develop what they need. So if they're not like, I'll put trendy pieces in there, but if they say no, I can't make them wear those trendy pieces. But I also expose them to things to help them stay modern.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love how, because you allude to it earlier, it's
Mhm.
listening to
Yes.
my client and knowing how they feel comfortable and confident in what they wear.
Yes. And I know that my client is a busy working mom. And I'm
Mm.
not saying that I don't style other people, but I am styling women to go to work. And then if she wants to transition into some fun time with girls, night out, then I can take that day outfit into a nighttime outfit with a couple of tweaks. I also, if they're going on date night, same thing. I can do it with a couple of tweaks. But it's some you have to know what type of stylist you want. If you want a stylist that's more into urban and more edgy chic, nothing wrong. I mean, like, I just need you to know I can do that, but my client is a busy working mom who is going to work. She is not going to the club. She's
Right?
not going to, some big event where she can wear party clothes. So if you that's what you need to know. So I also plan to, one way that I'm planning on staying very relevant on social media is making sure I plan to create a deep closet detox. Um, oh, Marty, get your words right, girl. Course. Yeah, a course. So that you can do that without me. That's way more affordable. Then you can pick out the time you want to do it, and I'm still walking with you through the whole process. That is what I'm in working toward now. I'm also doing the same thing for another course called Build Your Unique Style. So if you are a person, you're like, I'm pretty good with style. I could buy this course. It'll take me through actually dialing more into who I'm all about and what I want to represent. Like you might be moving from one stage of life into another. This is a great course. Maybe you're coming out of corporate and into staying at home with your children. You can't do the same things, wear the same things. What if you are retiring and coming from a corporate position and you need to shift into that, or vice versa? You're going back to work after you had your kids. There's all types of transitions that we women go through. And this would be a great way for you to find, oh, let me figure out, like, where do I need to shop? What works for my body type? I don't know my body type. That's why I'm frustrated. I can't just wear what's on that mannequin. I need help. I don't know what my uniqueness is, so I need to get dialed in. Those are the things I want to help my clients, and that is the future for me as a stylist.
That's exciting. One of the fun things I love doing, back in the day, there was a company called Beauty Control, for those of you guys who know, but it was skincare, cosmetics, spa products. One of the fun things that we learned, and I was actually one of the corporate trainers and would train all the new consultants as they would come in the business. But I love teaching people and
Mhm.
doing color analysis on everybody. And so we would have the different swatches. And I could tell you if you were a summer or a winter, and then if you were a warm, if you
Or
were an autumn, if you were a cool, and like
okay,
tell you what colors looked best. So when
yeah,
you said, I love your color, girl, well, this is like, I am a summer cool
okay.
person,
Well, it's
right?
that's super important.
And when people ask, so same thing about like the makeup too. They're like, what colors? Well, it all depends on your skin tones, right?
That's
So I love that you're doing this because there's so many people, they're like, I don't know what looks good. And for those especially who are in the workforce, just
yes,
take a couple hours, give
absolutely.
yourself some self-love, and go seek out somebody like Marty who can say, here's the colors that look best. Here's, for your body type, here's the kind of shapes that you're wanting to look for, and like your shirts and your dresses and your skirts and your pants, like, y'all, it's invaluable because you're going to feel so confident when you walk into a room. You're just going to own it, rock it, and just crush it because you're feeling great about yourself.
Yes, yes, and yes. I agree. It's been a game changer for so many
Mm.
of my clients. And it is you just don't doubt yourself when you think about when you go in your closet and how it makes you feel when you look at it. Honey, it's so worth your time. It's such a great investment in you. This is about you. So yes, thank you for saying that, because I've seen so many women just level up and kill it. Like they're like sending me pictures of themselves, texting me pictures because they feel so good.
Well, I was going to say, what's one of your biggest or funnest achievements so far in the last 3 years as you've been growing your business?
So something you had mentioned, Victoria of Lim Studios, she hired me to style her clients, and that has been a great achievement. Just to be able to meet so many fabulous, like one of them, you. I'm super excited to work with you.
I don't get my.
Right? And so just being able to meet more women, that's just it just is energy for me. The other thing that I have done, I've just been speaking in a couple of different events, the VIP Center, Angie Nuttall. I've spoken for her at her venue, IUPUI. Black Women's Wellness Retreat is also another place I spoke at last year. I will be doing a fashion show this year I'm super excited. So that is what I'm doing and getting ready for now. So it's all kinds of crazy and busy, but I'm enjoying every bit of it.
When
So
is the fashion show?
it's May 4th
May
at the
4th.
yeah,
Okay, coming up very soon.
very quickly, and I'm super excited. Yeah, 10 models, um, lots of moving parts, but I love working with women, doing all the colorful things for spring and summer.
I know it's coming up. So, what do you do, Marty, to relax or when you have time off? How do you fill your cup back up?
I love reading. I don't read books as much as I want to, but listening to a book while I'm walking is a wonderful way for me to recharge. Hanging out with my friends, like I love to shop, go figure, but
Yeah.
is very fun for me. I also love the sun. So in the summer, we always go away as a family, lay out in the sun. But even here, just getting out with friends, going to my girlfriend's pool, chilling out, having a good time, talking, watching TV, having a series to laugh at or be
Right.
serious and yell at.
Yeah, like, run!
What are you
Yeah,
doing? Yeah.
that is awesome. Okay, so I love learning more about you and about what you do and how you can help, you know, people just feel more confident in who they are and who they want to be. If somebody wants to get into the stylist world, what advice do you have for them?
Hmm. It's a great question. If you want to get into the stylist world, I think you just need to. There's a couple of things that I did. If you have a business background and you understand how to work a business, start from there, go get your basics done. But there are so many resources online that help me.
Mhm.
I also love repping or just mentioning Lauren Messiah. She's like at the top of the food chain with personal styling. She's located out of LA, but she does a lot of online type of uh, courses that you can learn from. So I would be subscribing to her YouTube channel, get to her Instagram. Those are ways that I think are very, very helpful. Those are the ways that and then get a business coach that knows how to set up the foundational pieces, like, how people can get in contact, your email list, all of that stuff is so important. And it's a lot of learning and be good at it and be humble because people will trust you that way. They're not okay with a person that just wants to dress them the way they want to be dressed. Like if I walked into your house and was like, "You put this on and it's not your style," you're going to be like, "Get out."
Like, Marty, girl, what are you thinking?
Right.
What? Yeah,
Add something different, but go with your client. So, those are a couple of things. Yeah.
awesome advice. I love that. And I always love ending our podcast with asking this question. What is the funniest story you can share with us about you growing up so we get to know Marty Justice?
Okay. Well, funny thing, I had to actually text my brother and ask him what it was that I did because you just grow up and you forget.
Yep.
But he literally voice texted me and was like, "You used to sing I mean, every commercial, and it got on my nerves. You got on my daggone nerves. Every commercial, you just never stopped." And for whatever it's worth, it wasn't because I was a beautiful singer. It's just I just like to sing. I still like that. I don't care. But
That is so funny. So, what was your favorite commercial? Do you even remember that?
no, girl, I don't remember that. No.
Okay. Was your brother older or younger?
He's younger. I'm the old.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So it's interesting that the younger brother was, the older sister was on the younger brother's nerves.
Yeah. And that's good for me. He loves me. He's fine.
That's fun. I love it. Well, I appreciate you, Marty, and everybody. I hope you took some amazing ideas from Marty and how to be your unique self, how to own who you are, to be confident in who God made you. and that everybody is brilliant just the way that you are.
Yes. Yes.
So that wraps up another empowering episode of Talk with Coach. I hope you find today's episode valuable and actionable. Remember, growth is a journey and every step forward counts. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on my YouTube channel or on Spotify for more awesome, amazing content and fabulous people. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, questions, or topic suggestions by reaching out to me on social media and through my website. Until next time, keep striving for greatness. Keep pushing your limits, and remember, your success story is waiting to be written. This is Becca Goldsberry. Until next time, take care and make it a blessed day.